Good morning, Sunset Country. I am one of your hosts, Deborah Cruikshank.
And I am the other, Dave Kane, still Dave Kane.
Still Dave Kane.
That's right.
We have a fantastic show for you today. We have 3 people in the studio we're very excited to talk to.
Yes, we do. It's going to be a fun show. We're going to talk about things like Share the Road. Maria from Young Drivers is going to come talk to us about the Share the Road program.
This is an important detail. There's lots of bikes, lots of runners, lots of walkers out since the weather has turned phenomenal.
Yes. And she's got a great event coming up. Relay for Life?
We have Marge Poirier here to talk to us about Relay for Life, another event coming up in and around, it's all over Canada.
Yes,
Relay
it
for
is.
Life.
Yep.
And we have an angel in our studio today.
Yes. We do have an angel from the Canadian Angel Network. We're going to talk to Tracy Letkeman. I knew her since she was small. She wasn't an angel then, but she's grown. Well, she is very much an angel now.
Well, there you go. She's definitely made up for that.
Yes.
We have a story coming from the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre for you today as well about a seminar that they have coming up.
That's right. So that'll all be on today's show. We should talk about a few of the events coming up. The big one, go ahead.
Hockey Day.
In Canada.
In Canada.
Yes.
Ron McLean's coming to Kenora.
Can you believe it?
He's
coming to see me.
Is he?
Well,
are you going to get your picture taken with him? Have you ever been? Because this isn't the first time that they've had Canada Day. Or Canada Day. Hockey Day.
Hockey Day in Canada. Yes, they're going to come. And when is that? That's February?
Well, it's February 18th.
Yes.
2017. So we have a few more sleeps, but
a few more sleeps.
We'll get you ready. We'll get your skates on, get you ready.
If you're like me, you can't skate, then you've got till February to learn how to skate. You doing okay?
Well, this is a great opportunity because, of course, they have the new hockey academy in town, and we have a lot of grassroots programs.
We do. It's fantastic. We've also got on the show, or for coming up in the events, is if you've ever wanted to be a storm chaser, you've seen these guys chase these tornadoes around? Well,
Twister. Yes.
Liz Playfair of the Canadian Red Cross on Wednesday, June 15th at 1 o'clock in Kenora. They're going to have a little presentation on storm spotter training. I had to say that slowly because it's tough to say. Storm spotter training, Wednesday the 15th of June at 1 o'clock, or you can go at 7 o'clock p.m. if you live in Sioux Narrows, Nestor Falls, at the Sioux Narrows Community Hall and learn how to chase storms.
Well, we have our own storm chaser.
We do.
Right here on the crew.
Yes.
Shelley Bujold.
Shelley Bujold, that's right.
So
she catches them in a jar, puts the lid on, sends it away. It's great. Well, maybe not like that.
Now my kids will think that's how you catch a storm.
Yes. But what we're going to do right now, our very own Matthew Kennedy is going to tell you all about the internet and some things to look on the internet. So go ahead, Matthew.
Here's a look at some of the stories that have been trending this week in our region. All over Facebook, people have been sharing a video that announces Kenora, Ontario is one of 6 finalists in the Coors Banquet One Horse Town contest. The contest is based on a display of community spirit, and Kenora was one of the strongest representatives of local pride. Keep voting. Lots of hometown spirit online this week is another widely shared item is the announcement that Kenora will be host to Scotiabank's Hockey Day in Canada for 2017, with a visit from Ron McLean. The celebration takes place February 18th. Across the border in Winnipeg, a video of cancer patient Colin Kennedy destroying a parking meter in front of the Cancer Treatment Center at Health Sciences Center has gone viral. Kennedy took it upon himself to take a stand and said he will continue to destroy the machines until there's a change in the high cost of parking at such facilities. Lastly, there's been an infestation of army worms on northwestern Ontario news feeds. Thankfully, the caterpillars are reaching the end of their cycle shortly, just in time for pine beetles to arrive. For a look at what's trending in our region, I'm Matt Kennedy.
As promised, we have Maria from Young Drivers here. And Maria, I understand there's an event coming up, Share the Road. Can you tell us about that?
For sure. This is our 5th annual Father's Day community bike ride. I know, hard to believe that from an event that started as simply a road safety event has now mutated into road safety, mental health, physical health, healthy eating, quality family time, to something that the community has completely embraced.
That's fantastic. Now it's at Garrow Park, I understand. Tell us a little bit what's going to happen.
Well, at Garrow Park, we are going to start the bike ride from the parking lot, and as always, we have breakfast afterwards at the Kenora Rowing Club.
Yes.
So the bike ride is a multitude of lengths, everything from a little spin around the parking lot for the little guys to a loop from Birchwood down around Rabbit Lake Road, up and around Valley Drive, to right to the gazebo and back, which is a very popular route for families to do. Really cool stuff. You don't even need a bike. You know, you need a bike, tell us, we'll have a bike there for you.
Oh,
you need a helmet, tell us, we'll have a helmet there for you.
All right, how are we going to tell you? Do we have to log on?
Right, registration is preferred. You can do it a couple of ways. You can go to the Share the Road Facebook page, which, you know, just type us into your favorite search engines, Share the Road on Facebook. And there's a sign up button right at the top that'll take you to the registration page, which is really simple to do. Just name, phone number, do you need a bike, do you need a helmet, and if you don't want to ride by yourself, that's okay, we can have someone ride with you. Wow. So 3 questions, and you can do multiple registrations on the same page. So it's great. Free, completely free, no money.
No money.
No money.
Including breakfast.
Including breakfast, yes.
Pancakes.
Yes,
who doesn't like
all
pancakes?
Free. That's amazing.
I'm already, you know, getting ready for the pancakes.
How many participants did you have last year?
Last year we had about 75 riders plus volunteers.
Fantastic.
We were just amazed. The weather held out. It was a great day. We've got some pictures that you're seeing now of last year's event.
Nice.
We have Mayor Dave that has ridden with us all 4 years, and we're hoping that he's going to be with us this year, and Constable Grosnick, who you know, sort of leads the paperwork parade, you know, behind the scenes. We've got the Beaver Brae Bike Shop that's there helping to make sure that seats and handlebars are all in the correct place. And this is a shot of just some folks hanging out, getting ready to ride. We've got folks there that will do registration. If you're unable to register online, Young Drivers is a good place to call, 468-9595. And you know, we can provide you with details. We can do your online registration for you if you're having any difficulty. But you know what? If you want to be there, just show up.
Just show up. Bring a bike if you've got one. Bring a helmet.
Bring a helmet, and away we go, right?
Get ready to eat pancakes.
This is one of my favorite pictures, and I just thought it was such a cool photo, you know, with the lake in the background. And so diligent, two hands on the handlebars, and helmet all nice and tight. And it was just kind of representative of where we want to go. And this is an on the route shot. So, you know, Rabbit Lake Road is a fairly quiet area. So, you know, if you're riding with your family and you have a range of experience levels, you know, it's quiet enough that, you know, everybody is safe.
That's fantastic. So that's on June 19th, Father's Day? Father's
Day, June 19th.
That's right.
Things happen at 9 a.m. The bike ride starts at 10, and we'll have you home and doing Father's Day stuff by lunchtime or 12:30.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Maria, for telling us about that. After the break, we're going to talk to Marge Poirier about Relay for Life.
We are back on Good Morning Sunset Country, and in the studio joining us is Marge Poirier, and she is on the committee for Relay for Life.
Hi.
Hi, Marge. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I just want to throw a number out there. Relay for Life in Canada, of course this is in Canada, but $496.5 million raised in Canada since 1999.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the local number raised? Because that one is also huge.
Sure. So Relay for Life is the signature fundraising event for the Canadian Cancer Society. And in Kenora, we've raised about $553,000 since Relay has started. So, yeah.
Well, Relay, let's talk about the event. Because there's a lot of things going on at Relay, and it's a lot about support. Not only does the money go to research and funding, but the whole entire event is very unique and special. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so this year, we didn't have Relay last year, so this year is sort of considered a rebuilding year. And the big difference with Relay this year is that it's going to start at 6 with the opening ceremonies and the Survivor Walk, but it's going in at midnight. One thing that I would like to mention is the Dragon Tamers are going to be there with their dragon boat, and at 8 o'clock they're going to have a flower ceremony, which is pretty meaningful. You can buy carnations, and what happens is that they'll Enchanté will be singing, and they will have a little ceremony, and then they throw the flowers into the water to symbolize, people who have passed or people who are going through the journey. We have luminaries for sale, and I brought an example of a luminary. They'll be on sale next week, Saturday, in between Father's Day,
Yes.
17th, maybe it
Yep.
is, at Canadian Tire. So the luminaries look like this, and if you've never been to a luminary service or ceremony, pardon me, you need to go because it's done at dusk. They're all lit up. It is just so moving because
Stunning.
it's for people who have died from cancer or who are surviving or are fighting right now. And so you can buy one of these for $5. You can also get them at the library if you want, or any committee member. The teams right now, we have 7 teams. We're hoping for 15, but if you haven't joined a team, think about it.
How many members do you need to make up a team?
You can have one.
Really?
We have one team that is one person.
Excellent.
All right.
There you
We
go.
have about 8 people on our team, 8 or 9 people on our team so far. Chloe's Crusaders for my daughter, Chloe.
Nice.
And she's quite excited because it's also a superhero theme, which she's into.
Yes.
So
That is awesome.
we will have a kids activities going on down there, little kids relay. We have Freaky Green Beetles coming to sing. John Santoros is our DJ. We have every hour we have a different theme for the laps.
I just
and-
want to say there is so much energy at this event.
Yes.
There's just the luminaries, the ambiance, the empowerment, the banding together, the community support, like just
Yes.
all the energy that comes together and all the passion that goes into, really wanting to make a difference in this area. It's a really unique event to be a part of, for
Right, and I should mention that the money that is raised stays in the Northwestern Ontario area. So here, specifically in Kenora, they give money to the chemo department for their coffee, tea, whatnot, and we have used their program extensively to help us travel to Toronto. So, and also information questions, they will turn you in the right direction for that. It is a great organization, and I really encourage everyone to come down and participate, and hopefully the weather will be better this year.
So this is happening June 25th
At the Harbourfront.
at the Harbourfront, 6 p.m.
All right, well, thank you for that, Marge. When we come back from the break, Kim was speaking with staff from the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre, and she's gonna have some stuff to talk to you about.
Welcome back. Kim Morrison is meeting with the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre in this next story. They have a day coming up where people can go and meet with various community support professionals to learn about the different services that they provide in the community, and we'll have that right now.
Hi, I'm here with Evelyn Larson and Amanda Boucher from the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre, and they're going to tell us about an event that they have coming up next week. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. On June 15th, we're having an information center. We've titled it, I've Been Assaulted, Now What? And what it is we're bringing a bunch of service providers all together who deal with survivors of sexual assault. And they're going to explain what exactly they do, what kind of services that they provide. So that if you have experienced a sexual assault, if you have a friend or a family member who has experienced a sexual assault, that they know that they're not alone. There are lots of services in Kenora available for people, but sometimes people don't know what exactly everybody does.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of different groups that are involved in a sexual assault, I would assume, eh?
Exactly. We have, we're going to have the hospital who will talk about the piece about what kind of evidence they collect and their whole process. We're going to have the OPP, the Treaty 3 police, who will talk about if you decide that you want to report your sexual assault, that you kind of what they would be looking for. And it's important for people to realize that even though it may be investigated, if there's no charges that come forward, it's not because it didn't happen, that it's because there wasn't enough evidence.
And sexual assault doesn't only affect women, does it? It affects men and women, does it not?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you have a lot of men that do come forward to talk about it, or is it mainly the women that do bring it forward?
Well, we are our funders are we're funded to provide services to women. That's where we get our money from. But absolutely, there are men who are sexually assaulted, and it's really hard for them because they don't have the services like women do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's maybe even more shame involved for men to come forward. But definitely there is a need out there for that as well.
Mm-hmm. So when and where is your event being held?
June 15th, we'll be at the City View Boardroom. That's the new Northwest Health Unit up on the hill, the old Mount Carmel site. And there is a boardroom in there. It will be from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m.
And do you require pre-registration, or is it drop-ins welcome, or what is your preference?
Well, we prefer that we do get registration, but it's not necessary. We know that sometimes things get out of hand and people don't always remember, or they learn about it at the last minute. They're welcome to come.
Mm-hmm. So that's great. So at the City View Boardroom at the Northwestern Health Unit next Wednesday from 1 to 4. And if you need to get a hold of these ladies, they're always available. Can you give us a website and phone numbers that they can contact you?
Our phone number is 468-7958, and our website is the Kenora Sexual Assault Centre.ca.
We also are active on Facebook, and people can private message us through there.
Thanks, Kim. Now, if you can't make it out to this day event, you can always call their office. It is 24 hours. If you need help or assistance, it's 468-7958.
And very soon, we're going to go to a very little angel of our own. She's going to come speak to us about the Angel Network.
Welcome back, Sunset Country. We have in our studio our very own angel, regardless of what Mr. Kane has to say. This is Tracy.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thanks for coming, Tracy. Yes, I've known Tracy for a while when she was a little angel. An angel in making, let's say.
There you go.
There you go. How about that? An angel in making.
Thank you for clearing that
There
up,
we go.
Dave.
Tracy's come to talk to us about the Canadian Angel Network. So a lot of people don't know what it's all about. Give us a brief rundown, Tracy.
Well, the Canadian Angel Network started with the Fort Mac evacuees.
Yeah.
It was founded by Rosie Borkowski, I believe is how we pronounce her name.
Okay.
And she started this network to be able to help the Fort Mac evacuees that have been displaced from Fort McMurray because of the wildfires, and they've been staying in Edmonton, and then many of them have been traveling all across Canada. And so what the network does is it links these evacuees with people along their journey. So people contact us through Facebook, or we see that they're traveling and looking for help, and we connect them further along their way, and we're able to provide them with gas, accommodations, food, any supplies that they need. We have stops all across Canada, and the need that these people have for needing assistance has just been incredible. And listening to their stories, and it's heartbreaking.
Now I did a little bit of research. You didn't start with the Angel Network. You started your own. It was the Pit Stop, correct?
Yeah, I started with the Kenora Pit Stop for Fort McMurray evacuees. And I was contacted by my sister in Lloydminster, Alberta, and she had somebody come into her office saying that she needed help.
Yeah.
This girl's name was Kaylee, and she was trying to go to Ontario, and she thought it was the Red Cross, and my sister, she started talking to my sister because she was distraught and everything, and my sister said, well, my sister's in Ontario. Maybe she can help you.
Yeah.
And it takes about a day to get there.
Yeah.
So, maybe you can stay at her place, or she's got a camper or whatever. And that's what this network does, is we try to find people accommodations. And it can be in people's houses. It can be in hotels.
Yeah.
Whatever that we have available, at least it's giving them a roof over their head.
Well, when you think about it, these evacuees are coming, lots of them from nothing, like
Yes.
total devastation, right? They had to flee their
They
homes.
come through and
Yeah.
like they have just what's in their car.
Yeah.
So when Kaylee came, they didn't really have clothes for any of them. She had 2 cats in the car, and it's just this little tiny, tiny car. She's got 2 cats, her boyfriend, and her roommate. And so we managed to get some supplies from the Brew Co. They donated like $200 worth of clothes. We managed to fill up their car courtesy of Shell. The Walmart employees, not Walmart itself, but Walmart employees provided a bunch of snacks for them to have that night.
Road
That's
trip. That's so
wow.
You know, and it all started with just a shout out on Facebook. I put on a bunch of different groups looking for stuff for these people. And like the pictures that you can see on the screen and all that are various people that I've been able to meet here in Kenora. So far, I've been able to help 81 people. I think it's around 26 or 29 animals, and that's cats and dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
So It's a Dog's Life actually supplied some dog food. And then altogether, it's been about $3,600 worth of accommodations, fuel, food, everything else from various donations. And so people can contact on Facebook through either the Pit Stop, I've still got the Pit Stop up, or the Canadian Angels Network. And we're still looking for donations because there's still a need. These people are still traveling, and they haven't been able to get much.
Yeah.
Well, the
You know.
fires are still
fantastic.
burning, truly,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So what
it's,
we're saying so for everybody out there, it's still happening. You can still get a hold of Tracy
yep.
to help these people as they're still traveling through. It's an awesome job that you're doing. It's fantastic. I'm sure they do appreciate it. We appreciate it.
And it's all just volunteers.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Nobody's
is fantastic.
profiting off of any of this. It's just all out of the goodness of our hearts, and that's why we're called the Angels.
That's why
Yes,
you're called the
it's
Angels. So there you are. You're the Angels.
True.
Trying.
That's fantastic. That's great to hear. Well, thank you for coming and telling us about the episode. We've had a great show today. We've talked to a few people.
Well, we talked to a few people. Well, I want to thank Marge Poirier and Maria from Young Drivers for coming in and talking to us about their 2 events.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah, and Tracy, of course, thank you for all your hard work. That is amazing.
Yes.
And help all these organizations out.
And just
Come
a reminder,
support.
as Tracy said, they're still needing help. People are still traveling from Fort Mac. So don't give up
There
on
you
them.
go. So last week we talked about a sunrise photo.
What is happening?
On our Facebook page.
What's happening? Okay, look
Well,
at me.
I honestly
we need some sunrise photos.
We do.
need some.
Lots of sunset,
we can
but
do
send
that.
in your sunrise photos. You can, of course, be interactive with us on Facebook. Good Morning Sunset Country on Facebook. You can also email them to us. There's lots of ways to get in touch. But we need a sunrise photo.
Yes. What's the difference between a sunrise and a sunset? How can you tell the
Color,
difference?
hues.
Is there a difference? Let
sunrise,
us know.
I think,
What do you
is
think?
brighter.
Let us know. Is there a difference? Can we tell?
Let's
Is it a
find
sunrise or a sunset? I don't know.
Enjoy your weekend, Sunset Country. Catch us next Friday at 8:30, and we'll have another
That's right.
exciting show for you.
That's fantastic.